Hey guys, what we have here is my very first antique desk fan. If you've seen my channel, I have plenty of antique ceiling fans I've worked on, but this is my first foray into the really bigger world of antique desk fans. It seems like the community for desk fans is quite a bit larger than for ceiling fans. And I wanted just a good starter fan, I guess you could say, and I did a little bit of research and found out that these Emerson Juniors, these early Emerson Junior models are a good way to get started because basically they have the same motor technology as the bigger Emerson fans, but at a more accessible price point, smaller size. What's so great about this Emerson single bearing hollow shaft motor is it actually circulates oil much like an antique oil bath ceiling fan, just horizontally. It has a spiral groove cut in the shaft. Oil circulates all the way down. You put the oil in that one oil port back there. It circulates through the hollow shaft and around, and it's pumped with spiral grooves down the outside of the shaft. It just circulates continuously. So with that, you get a much larger bearing surface than your typical antique fan that has the oil wicks on the front and back. And I mean, what most collectors say is it's pretty much impossible to find an Emerson with a worn bearing. So especially if you want an antique fan to actually use, it's really hard to beat this. And even if I get other antique fans, which I probably will, I could definitely see keeping this one around as just a desk fan because it's a good small size without being, it's a small size, but it's not so small that it won't put out enough air. In fact, if I turn it on, I can feel it all the way across the room, so it's definitely doing its job. It's a very smooth running motor, shaded pole. It's not a split phase with a centrifugal clutch or anything, so it's a very quiet starting and stopping motor. Has a very cool startup sound, which you probably heard. I'll do it again for you. Once it stops, doesn't have a super long spin down. All right, let's start it up again. Yeah, that just sounds like money to me. It has brass painted blades. They're steel blades with brass paint on them. I definitely want to keep this finish original. This is the original Japan black enamel paint. You know, it's an antique. It's going to have some wear, and it does, like around the switch and some nicks and scrapes here and there, but overall it presents very well, especially for something that's just about 100 years old. And yeah, I mean, it runs perfectly. It's so smooth, so quiet, and just a great way to get started in antique fan collecting for me, or antique desk fan collecting. I'll go ahead and just show you again if you're new to my channel. This is, just give me a minute to adjust here. This is my mid-20s Emerson long nose ceiling fan. This is my last ceiling fan restoration. I took it all the way down to cast iron and primed it, painted it, clear coated it, cleaned it all out. Mechanically it's great. I re-insulated the windings. Has a nice terminal block. So this is kind of what I'm used to, and the blades I had to completely strip and sand and refinish are right there. That's going to be a Christmas present for my parents this year. Going to install it in their living room. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for the Emerson brand, and it's pretty cool that they took that same oil bath technology that it's really in all the antique fans, all the cast iron antique fans more or less, but they were really the only one to apply those principles to desk fans, and that's just one reason why Emerson antique desk fans seem to be really sought after in the fan collecting community, especially if you're actually going to get one to run and not just display. It is such a robust design. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll go ahead and let you know, I'm already thinking about getting another antique desk fan, another Emerson, a 27646, so it's a 12-inch 4-blade, real brass blade fan, not painted. It oscillates. It's from 1918 or 1919. it needs a full restoration. I think mechanically it's okay, but it's going to need complete stripping and painting. And but I think that'll be a fun project for me. I've done it with ceiling fans. It's going to be just kind of a similar thing, but on a smaller scale. And it's going to be a great learning experience for me, taking one apart and cleaning it, and especially the oscillator and seeing how all that comes together. So you can bet I'll have at least one video of that on my channel. Alright guys, until next time, thanks for watching.